My name's Grant Foster. I am a senior in mechanical engineering at the University of Texas at Tyler, and I am a very grateful recipient of the Chapelwood Foundation Scholarship for the last 2 years. I was raised in Houston. My father wasn't around, so I kind of was raised by my brothers. In junior high, I started to make some really poor decisions, got involved with marijuana and alcohol and some things like that. I was 21 years old and I was involved in a drunk driving accident in which I was the driver, and a very close friend of mine passed away in that accident. That accident and the preceding charges resulted in me having to go do some time, and got out and just hadn't dealt with those issues. I hadn't dealt with that unforgiveness, hadn't dealt with that guilt and shame, and it just led into a life of more alcoholism, more drug abuse, in and out of jails and institutions, in and out of prison, but at some point it got to a point of no return, and I just didn't know how to stop. So when I was incarcerated, the one thing that I wanted most was to be a part of my daughter's life. And somebody gave me a Bible, and this was my third extended incarceration, and somebody gave me a Bible, and I just got into the Word, and I was desperate, and I was looking for anything, and God spoke to me through His Word, and God, I started to build my faith. I started to read things like, my grace is sufficient for you, and no temptation has overcome you. Scriptures that just started to speak to me and give me hope. When I first got sober, I decided to go back to school. I knew that it was going to be a difficult journey. My first 2 years in pursuing an associate's degree, I did really well, but I decided that I wanted something else. I wanted something more. I decided to go for a mechanical engineering degree. Okay, well, part of my program of recovery, the first thing was to kind of get into that stony ground and pull up those weeds and those things that were those hard issues, those things that were keeping me from liberty and from the freedom that Christ was offering me. I was holding on to a lot of baggage and a lot of things that I needed to deal with. So part of my 12-step work was getting to the root of those things, and then the 12th step is service work. So my sponsor strongly recommended that I get into service work. I had a heart for addicts and alcoholics as is, and I got involved with Mercy Street. Mercy Street is a community where not just people, alcoholics and addicts and people with mental health issues and things like that, but just some people who have been through some things and are looking to Jesus. I just want to thank the Chapelwood Foundation and the donors. Their donations have been are greatly appreciated and have had a huge effect on my GPA. I've been able to maintain a 3.82 GPA going into my senior year. That would have been impossible had I not had the help of these donors. So on behalf of myself, on behalf of my family, I thank you very much for the helping me over the past 2 years. I can't put into words how grateful I am.